So if you observe what Purandaradasa has said in this composition, he speaks about what kind of purification Tulsi does. And his experience with Tulsi is a very, very powerful one that is very connected and was a turning point in his journey.
ಬೃಂದಾವನವೇ ಮಂದಿರವಾಗಿ ಇಂದಿರೆ ಶ್ರೀ ತುಳಸಿ.
Different aspects about the Tulsi, right, that we are all very familiar with. Yeah. One is, of course, that there is such a medicinal value to the plant.
Yes, yes.
And I think one is there is so much of celebration around the plant.
Yeah, it's universal.
Absolutely, it is universal, and it is the sacred basil in that sense. And one particular one is about how Tulsi is more than just a plant, and she is a symbol of bhakti. That is why she is essential to any kind of worship.
Hello guys, today we have with us Vivek and Vinay, and they're going to share with us their amazing project that they've been working on together. Vinay is an artist and Vivek is a musician. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves rather than me introducing? Because maybe Vivek, do you want
Sure,
to?
Vivek. Yeah, Vivek, go ahead.
Yeah, I sing music, basically, to put it very simply. I sing music, and Carnatic music is my style of singing. Yeah, I'm an engineer by profession. I was working for a bit in the corporate field, but then after that, I kind of found my calling in music, which is why I kind of quit sometime in 2015 to take up music full time. So since then, that's what I've been doing. I just been singing, and I'm also associated with the Subramaniam Academy of Performing Arts, where I'm working as head of content, as creative director there. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Awesome. And Vinay?
So I'm an artist, not by profession, but more by passion. I've studied architecture, and that part of my work is different. But my interest is primarily in art, and I think the intersection of art, storytelling, and music. So I work a lot on art that is derived from Puranic concepts and Indic in origin, I would say. And it's very fascinating for me to depict certain concepts visually using different mediums, whether that's storytelling or whether that is art. So that's what I do in a nutshell.
That's amazing. That's amazing that you've, Vivek, that you've come into something that you love, and that Vinay, that you can pursue something that you love whilst keeping everything else going on. It's not an easy thing to do. Do you want to tell us something about your project, like the things that you've been working together on? Like,
Sure. I think we've worked on a bunch of things. So Vivek, should we talk about one particular project, or what do you?
Sure.
What do you
I think I think it'll be nice to give an overview of in general what we do, what it is that we generally do together.
Absolutely. So I think I'll just chip in from the external frame. Vivek will add in the details because he knows better and he pays attention more to the finer script. But we've been working together for over a year and a half, I think now, and we came together because I think we found that there was a very strong resonance in terms of how we looked at the performing arts. So we looked at it as something where both of us, I think we looked at it as something where there's scope for to work, and not just work, but bring out the potential of whether it is music or whether it is art. And so we came together. We did a show last February, the first time we put together a show, and that was, I think, one of the last performances
I
that
was
happened
there.
before.
I was there.
Oh, okay. So
It was amazing.
you've seen the first time we came together. So that was really, I think it did a wonderful bunch of things for us. One is, of course, the content, working on the content and all of that, which we'll talk about in a bit. But I think it also gave us a very good understanding of where the other is coming from. So we kind of set a very comfortable pace with the other, and that encouraged us, I think, to come back together in the lockdown and start looking at more stuff. Vivek, you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So yeah, like he said, since the time we did that that first performance live, we got a really good feeling on stage, and about the whole idea of this, that it could be something that people like, because people liked it that day, and we also liked it. Everybody on stage was, we had fun. And then, as he said, when the lockdown came, we are suddenly like, look, we have ideas now, but we don't really have a place to go and perform,
Yeah.
and it's going to be a while till that comes. But what was interesting is, I think we just wanted to keep that going on. We didn't want it to stop because of the lockdown and things like that. So we just tried brainstorming some ideas. This is just casual sessions of like, what can we do? It might be fun to do something. And then we did one online show. And then following that, we had a concept of a project where we wanted to combine nature with elements of Indian wisdom, and how all that is related with, and then how do we bring it out in terms of storytelling, art, and music. So there is where we got very excited during lockdown to make these episodes. It's called, the production was called Dhatri. It was a completely in-house thing and a very amateur, I would say, production. We just took a couple of cameras and we just shot it and edited it ourselves. But the idea was to bring out this kind of series where we bring out more facets of nature through the intersection of these art forms. And then moving on from there, I think we really got a very good response from that, and we wanted to build on this. So these are all the same kinds of things, but it's presented in different ways. So for the online mode, we thought it makes sense to do a shorter version of things. One is like, we've always had this thing of how can you encapsulate the stuff that the data that there is. You don't have to go on for hours together to come to a point or express what you want to do. So how do you keep the audience engaged? And then so that led to another thing where we thought, okay, now we've done this by ourselves, we want to do something more professional. We want people to get better quality of what we've been doing. Is not just the content is there and we're building on that, but now how do we take that one step higher? Which is when we came up with I think the concept of Parva, which is also a topic we thought would be dear to everybody. It's festivals, and there the idea was to focus on lesser known festivals, not the ones which every day you're talking about and very common to India. And Vinay, do you want to say something more about Parva?
So I think one thing we realized with Dhatri was that it had something for everybody. One didn't have to necessarily be either a connoisseur of music or art or even stories from Indian ethos. One just had to, nature was enough of a common connector. So we noticed that people responded well to that. So even when we chose Parva, I think we were conscious to look at something in which nobody should feel excluded. We wanted to take away this elite idea that, this is only if you have reached till this level will you be able to appreciate it. So even though we were choosing lesser known festivals, we were very conscious to make sure that whether it was the compositions that we were taking or the stories that we were taking, that people would be able to look at them and feel like, oh, okay, I can now appreciate this festival without feeling, okay, this is just going beyond me. So I think that really informed the way we looked at the whole production, because it was not an intellectual feat. For us, it was much more about making people feel good about a festival, irrespective of whether they celebrate it or not. Just going or celebrating that festival with us through that 40-minute experience on the platform. I think that was a very unique angle that came out, which we discovered. I think when we started working on each session, we noticed that we were kind of leaning towards making it interactive, fun, and a lot more, and not content heavy in that sense.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Like having watched some of your work in the live session as well, I was actually really moved. And I was talking to Vivek about this yesterday when we were like setting up the questions and things. What touches me of your work is that it seems really like there's that element of spontaneity in it. It's not dead, it's not just a story or that has been told for many years. I mean, it is that just the story that has been told many years, which is part of the culture and part of our tradition. But you've recreated it into something that suits the times today, and that's something I really appreciate. And I think that's something that viewers should definitely look out for when they work with you. I mean, obviously, a lot of work has gone into preparing each piece, but despite that, you've managed to maintain the spontaneity and the life of the performance. So even while watching your videos, it doesn't feel like I'm watching something that has been premeditated and pre-recorded. It feels like I'm watching a live performance. So I'm glad that you decided to record this during the lockdown. You're one of the better things that have happened in the last 2 years.
Thank you. That's so sweet.
No, it's completely genuine, and I feel really privileged to be able to talk to both of you about this project as well. So the other question I had for you predominantly is like, how do you feed off each other? Because I mean, you see a lot of collaborations happening with musicians or musicians with dance. It's very rare you see a collaboration of music with art, and how is it that you feed off each other, and what do you get from the other person which inspires you to produce what you produce?
This is a good question. We never ask each other also this. So I want to know how Vivek
Maybe
feeds
that's
off
what
me.
maybe that's what we kind of feed off. Not talking about this. No, I think if I were to say, I've learned a lot. Again, what he said about the previous point about learning, that is something very core to both of us, and we are always wanting to explore and learn new things in this. So what I get in plenty is, when Vinay refers to some part of, a song, I would have probably not learned that before, or I wouldn't know that this is what it meant in depth, even if I had kind of known the song, or if there was a shloka or a chant that, he took and he said, this would be for this. So it was a lot of learning for me in terms of his skill set. So in terms of storytelling, in terms of what he's depicting through art, different ways of thinking, how do you get more creative with what you have? That I think that really, for me, it's like every time there is an interaction that we do and we brainstorm, it's a huge kind of value add for me. And I keep saying this also, that everything that we do, the more learning there is for us, in the long term, it's just going to be great. It's going to be really, really great. So that's what I get from him. And also to even just interact with another person with the same thought process. That doesn't have to be only about the subjects that we're talking about, but with anything that kind of rubs off. And to be so kind of focused on getting moving on things, getting ideas to develop concepts. And this could help me, say, when I go and do a concert, for instance. So I would be more now in a mindset of, there is the music, but there are also the other aspects which need to be given a lot of importance. And if it reaches the crowd better. So I learned from that. I learned from giving more importance to lyric content, giving how do you get the lyric and the music together. These are things that I've learned from him when we do all of this. So it's definitely, it's been great that way.
Yeah, no, after he answers so nicely, anything I should answer. Yeah, great. I should have gone first.
Let's say the truth. It's fine. I don't learn much from Vivek. It's just one way.
You can cut this part out, okay? Interview. I think the most effortless part of this collaboration is that I never feel like I am working with someone who is trying to who is representing one art form. So it's not okay, there is a musician and there is an artist and there are these two people coming together. When I work with Vivek, I just see someone who is elevating the performance to a whole new level. So and I've seen this through all the productions that we worked on, that whenever the conversation was about the art and how to depict it, frankly, Vivek is the one who will lead that conversation saying, okay, you know what, shots like this would be interesting, or maybe we could get this particular, whereas I'll just be blank. I don't process things in the way that he does. I'm very plain Jane. So if you tell me to paint, I will pick up a brush and I will paint. But I think for me, it's at moments like this that I've realized that, wow, this is functioning as one unit. It's not, okay, I know art, I know music, and we're coming together. So when I sit with him, that part comes alive for me, that Vivek is always about the finer print. And that makes a lot of a difference when it's a team playing, because that finer print is what holds a production together. So it's not just about the technical details of, okay, this can look like this. It's also about extending the idea, saying we're doing this together. So Vivek always makes sure that, both of us are feeling comfortable enough in what we're doing, and that we're also that the art or the music is getting its fair share. And I think that's only possible when somebody is fundamentally very comfortable in their shoes and in what they do. Had he not been comfortable, or had he felt like, the music needs more share or something like that, then I don't think any of these things would have materialized the way they do. It's only because he kind of elevates it to a whole new level. I don't really tell him this very often, but now I am forced to admit it on record.
Yes.
But it makes a heavy difference, because then it feels like it never feels like a collaboration. It always just feels like it really. I think you should, probably at some point you should have an insight into some of our brainstorming sessions. We're never intending to get somewhere. We just sit on something and we go. So it's not like I'm talking about art aspects or I'm talking about story aspects and he's talking about music. We're both talking about both things. And I think, like Vivek said, that's only because our wavelengths are very similar. So that really clicked in our favor. And musically also, I think the number of challenges I have given Vivek, I have given him huge worded slokas with there's like one break in between like 5 words, and I'll just be like, Vivek, can you please sing this? And Vivek won't say a word. He will not contest it. He will not object. And then tomorrow, next morning, he's ready with it. So he said, okay, here. And it's also that attention to detail. So he'll say, okay, we're looking at this particular aspect of, let's say, Sita, and how Hanuman is seeing her when she's depressed, and that's slowly moving across different mind spaces. She's becoming, there's despair, and then there is a little bit more hope. So for me, it's so fascinating to see how does Vivek translate that into music, and how does he do it sharing. I think that's the one thing I really like, that if he has a thought process, he'll share it. So he'll tell me that, hey, you know what, I think for a concept like this, a ragam like this will work, and I think this is why it will work. So that way I get included into something, because I'm not a musician. And even if he had not told me that, I would have still taken it as the gospel truth. But the fact that he chooses to let me in on some of those processes, it kind of it opens up my thinking, saying, oh, okay, I didn't know this was possible. So that part of it is how I think I feed off him in general.
So what I've got, okay, this is really, you're blowing my minds, guys. Like, it's very difficult in the art world to find people who work so well together. I think it's a dream, whether it is musician with musician or anything. It's a dream to find somebody who really just elevates what you're doing to another level without pulling you back. What I really find beautiful about everything that you said, Vinay and Vivek, is that you don't see each other as being somehow a different art form. You see each other as part of the same unit and part of the same ultimate goal of storytelling, and everything together works towards that. So you don't see him as, oh, he's a musician, he's something different from me, or I'm an artist, I'm something different from him, or vice versa. You see each other as part of the same giving.
Very true.
I don't think I can put it in. Struggling for words here.
No, but very well articulated. Yeah.
So yes, I think I'm starting to understand why everything works out so well for you guys. So with that, we come to the end of the first episode of the series of conversations with Vivek and Vinay. And join us for the next episode, because we're going to continue talking about this.